Hello fans, Realchat Gang Theories here, and welcome back to a Doctor Who Series 13 leak video, specifically one with a focus on the Weeping Angel episode. But before we get into today's leak, if you could just do me a teeny tiny little favour and click that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 10k by the end of the year, and I honestly believe that with your support, we can make it happen. Let's also reveal today's competition winner, this time coming from Bradley, who sent in this thumbnail saying, "Leak, the Doctor's a Time Lord, oh my god," with Jodie at the side and the TARDIS in the background. This is funny because it's so minimal that I feel like I'd probably turn it into a leak video. So great job, Bradley, on the thumbnail. If you want to send in your own leak thumbnail as part of the competition, then be sure to send it in to theories21@gmail.com for a chance to be featured in one of these videos. But with that said, let's get into this leak, which I wanted to cover because I've read a tiny bit of this and I wanted to cover it more than any other for one very funny reason to me. But let's just get straight into it. Doctor Who Series 13 leak, Weeping Angels episode. Hey everyone, I came across some information, it's only bits and pieces, of the Weeping Angel episode. A lot of information comes from Matthew Leaper. He works in cinematography on Doctor Who. There is a TLDR at the end of this post, but I encourage reading the whole thing. I'm a fan of theories and had this information put in a YouTube comment. Hell yeah, even the leakers are fans of Theories' content. Go subscribe, do it right now. Nah, but in all seriousness, this is pretty funny to me because I've made my way back into the leaks themselves. I've covered them so much that I've now been put in one of them, which I just find kind of hilarious, to be honest. But for some reason, it wasn't accepted and never got published. I was going to say, because I haven't seen anything about it. Apologies if it didn't get accepted. Sometimes YouTube just automatically goes, you know what? No. So I decided to find out where I could post leaks about Doctor Who. This contains small leaks from other episodes, but mostly the Weeping Angel episode. As I read the other theories, some get the arc right about Series 13. Series 13 will consist of two-parters, starting with the Sontaran episodes. So we're going back to the idea of there being two-parters for every episode, which has kind of sort of been questioned by some and embraced by others, so I don't really know where we stand on that, to be fair. I believe the Weeping Angel storyline is right before the final two-parter. The ending of the second part goes straight into the finale. Here's all the information I have about the pair of episodes. This episode will contain a good bit of lore about the Weeping Angels, mostly about how and what they are. It'll lean a bit heavily into the overarching plotline of Series 13, Rassilon and the Sisterhood of Khan. Sisters of Khan had been talked about previously in the series, but Rassilon hadn't been mentioned yet. The episode jumped straight into a small action scene, wasting no time reintroducing the Weeping Angels. Think of how the family of Blood were introduced. Basically, the Doctor, Yaz and Dan are zipping around from past to present, location to location, to throw off the scent of a Weeping Angel they had run into. They may not be flashbacks, but they were filmed after the action scene, and Leper had stated that her normally doesn't get out of order of scripts. I don't know what that means. It is shown that they were attacked by a Weeping Angel while they were in the time zone. The lone angel had attached to the outside of the TARDIS. Think of Jack in Utopia. The entire first part acts as a mystery to why the Weeping Angel is after them. After the little action scene of the Weeping Angels chasing the fam, they stop in a quiet town near the beaches of Wales, somewhere between the 1600s and the 1800s. I presume it'll be a made-up town. The fam is worn out, but find out that they are finally gone from the Angel's grasp. They are able to book a loft with the psychic paper and set off for a bed. Before they do, come to find out that they see a Weeping Angel in the waves on the beach from their window. Freaking out, they find this Weeping Angel has been there for a long time, or just frozen, I'm not sure. The townsfolk had explained how it had always been there. However, the first part ends on more angels emerging from the water after the waves come crashing down. A wave goes up, and then comes down, and angels appear basically. At the very end, a few Sisters of Khan appear telling something to the Doctor, not sure what they had said. The next episode was very closed off, so they for sure had some He storylines applicable to the overall story arc. All I do know is there's something about the angels were created by the Sisterhood of Khan as protection during the Time War. However, something went wrong when the Doctor saved Gallifrey, and they went rogue across the universe. They lean into the assassin aspect of the angels, and the Doctor finds out they are sort of hired by entities to fulfill tasks. However, they are paid in forms of energy rather than money. I honestly don't think it's true, but I'm biased towards that, as I don't like it, TBH. Also, that is a lot of filler that needs to be done in this episode. But like I said, it was very closed off, so it has to be very story heavy to the arc. The Sisters of Khan had hired their former creations to seek the Doctor, as she was accused of helping the Master with destroying Gallifrey. I don't know why the Sisters of Khan are associated with this, but I think it is because they want to keep the ending of the episode a secret. At the end, Rassilon appears with the Master in chains. Not sure of the exchange that happens. I'll probably try and do a Q&A on this episode in the case of something I typed weren't clear enough. I also want to post more, but I honestly don't have any more leaks. However, I'm working to change that. Just give me some time, thanks. TLDR, the Weeping Angel 2-parter is right before the finale 2-parter. It is very story-driven, and the second part has a lot of the entire series' arc linked to it, thus resulting in a very small production team in the second part. Sisters of Khan are revealed to have created the angels during the Time War. Rassilon appears in the end with the Master in chains. Right, so this one is interesting because obviously I'm mentioned, which I gotta be honest, when people mention YouTubers, I immediately think it's less likely and more just a way to get, like, the attention of the people, I guess. However, with that having been said, I can imagine the backstory of the Weeping Angels being made by the Sisterhood of Khan being implemented by Chibnall. I could see that being something that he does, but even the leaker themselves doubts that'll be the case, so I don't really know the legitimacy of that. Regardless, it's an interesting thing, and I think, I agree with the person that I don't really like the origin that they give here for the Weeping Angels. I don't really like the fact that they're sort of treated like mercenaries, as we kind of have a bunch of mercenaries in the Doctor Who universe already, so I don't really think we need to make the Weeping Angels that. And I also, again, don't really like the idea of them being created by the Sisterhood of Khan, because it doesn't really run with what we know about the Sisterhood of Khan, and I think it does remove that mystery from the Weeping Angels somewhat. I think a much more logical origin for the Weeping Angels would be that they are in fact Time Lords, dead Time Lords perhaps, whose like souls never left this like realm, and that explains their time traveling sort of abilities and their need to feed off time energy. That stuff makes more sense to me than them being creations of the Sisterhood of Khan for the Time War. Although I suppose it would explain why we never saw any Weeping Angels in the classic show, I guess. In regards to the Master being chained up by Rassilon, I guess it would make sense that Rassilon would want revenge on the Master for destroying Gallifrey, and the whole stuff about Rassilon does fit in with the Reddit leaks that we've read so far. But again, like, some leaks are saying that they're all two-parters, some leaks are saying there are no two-parters, and some leaks are saying that there are some two-parters, but not many. So I really don't know how many two-parters we can realistically expect in this series of the show. I actually would love it to be more two-parters, because I feel like they can flesh out the stories a bit better then. But let me know what you guys think about any of the things that we've talked about today. Like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.